HP Omen 27c Review. At the time of writing, the HP Omen 27c costs directly from HP, though it's more cost-effective at other stores. For this price, you'll receive a 27-inch VA panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1440, a refresh rate of 240 Hz, a curvature of 1000 R, a 1 millisecond G2G response time, a display HDR400 certification, and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro support. On the rear of the Omen 27c, you'll find a diamond-shaped protrusion with ports along its bottom two edges. There is an HDMI 2.0 input port, a DisplayPort 1.4 out, a 3.5mm headphone jack, two USB-A 3.0 ports for your peripherals, and a USB-C 3.0 port. This stand can be adjusted to a height of 130mm, tilted backward at an angle of 20 degrees, and includes a hook to hang your gaming headset on. Additionally, the package includes DisplayPort and USB-A cables as well as a power supply with its own dedicated brick. We find the HP Omen 27c appealing. The diamond-shaped rear and stand foundation feature a plain simplicity, which appeals to me more than the intricate designs of many gaming monitors. The design is useful, as well. The pedestal is yet secure, and the angular parts of the back diamond help make reaching the slots snuggled there extremely effortless. A USB-A hub at the back, a headphone stand, and HP's OSD and controls, with a joystick as the superior option, and an easy-to-use menu system, make this device an outstanding choice. Notwithstanding, gaming monitors such as the HP Omen 27c live or perish by their panel's quality. There are hardly any life support features here that HP may justify would not influence a gamer. Instead, the Omen 27c relies on a glossy 240 Hz refresh rate connected with an intense 1000 R curve, and it succeeds. Like the Odyssey G7, playing on a display this bend is a marvelously immersive experience. The Omen 27c's display has good performance, as demonstrated by its average Delta E of 1.19, which ensures 86% sRGB color gamut coverage straight out of the box. It is strange though why this is the default setting. To experience the rich colors available in gaming monitors, make sure you select your monitor's gaming mode. It hits 114% of sRGB and 81% of DCI-P3 when tested against sRGB. Although slightly inaccurate with a Delta E color variance score of 2.2, these vibrant colors remain faithful to both spectrums. This monitor surpasses the 400 CDM² requirement to get a display HDR400 certification. It reaches 461 CDM² with a 10% white window. And though it lacks local dimming features, it performs better than most in that category with its wide color gamut, high peak brightness, and contrast ratio of 2780:1. For the most accurate HDR experience, you should opt for a monitor with display HDR 600 certification and local dimming support. The Samsung Odyssey G7 fulfills both these criteria, whereas the Omen 27c does not. When discussing the panel, it's worth noting that this monitor is susceptible to motion blur, which is a common problem with VA panels. Increasing the overdrive setting helps, though the highest level produces an unacceptable amount of inverse ghosting. You'll need to experiment and find the right one for you. Given its price tag, we expected more from the Omen 27c's stand due to the limited tilt and height adjustments. This is especially so when compared with the Odyssey G7 and Akagon AG273QXP, which both provide tilt, pivot, swivel, and height adjustments. Had this been a mid-range model, we would not have felt so disappointed. Unfortunately, the stand is very difficult to raise and lower, leading one to conclude it was not thoughtfully designed. Additionally, the lack of speakers and the need to go through the OSD to fully utilize the panel further validate this assumption. This crushes any expectations of the HP Omen 27c. It's not a terribly bad monitor, yet there's no motivation to buy one unless you're an authorized HP supporter. The Odyssey G7 provides exceptional HDR and gaming capabilities in a handier configuration at a comparable cost. This renders my decision effortlessly clear: you should purchase the Samsung Odyssey G7 as an alternative.